Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. Great to see everyone again. Pretty calm week through and through, except for today, folks, as we always record on Thursday and this releases on Friday. We had some absolutely wild price action today. Pretty much everything was up or very close to even on the week until a couple hours ago when all of crypto took a 5% dump. Let's get into the price action. Bitcoin is at 84.2K per BTC, down 5.5% on the week, and was hovering around the 90K mark all week long. Ethereum is at 2.8K, down 4.6%. BNB at 864, down 2.5%. XRP down 6% to 180. Solana, biggest loser of the week in the top 13, down 8.5% to 117 per Salami. Dogecoin down 5.9%, Cardano down almost 7%, Bitcoin Cash down almost 7%, biggest gainer of the week, Hyperliquid. Hype went absolutely parabolic from low 20s all the way up to almost 35 per Hype and is currently sitting at 30.90 per Hype, up 44% on the week. Again, guys, if I would have recorded 5-6 hours ago, we would have had to re-record because we had a 5% market crash across the board. Let's jump into the news here, guys. Crypto wallet maker Ledger is preparing for a $4 billion IPO. The Paris-based company has enlisted major Wall Street banks like Goldman Sachs, Jefferies, and Barclays to advise on the deal with a potential listing later this year. The move comes as Ledger increases its presence in the US, where capital markets activity and institutional interest in digital asset firms are especially concentrated in New York. Shout out the Ledger team. Great work, guys, and good luck on the IPO. Okay, Tether news, back to back to back. We're going to get into it. Tether's revenue in 2025. I remember doing this last year around this time when they released their 2024 revenue. It was absolutely bonkers. Guys, they made $5.2 billion in revenue as stablecoins overtook all of their protocol categories in earnings. Again, this is with absurd margins as well. Tether alone accounted for 42% of all stablecoin related revenue in 2025, outpacing every competitor: Circle, Hyperliquid, Pump.Fun, Athena, Axiom, Phantom, you name it. The dollar-backed digital currencies have become the most durable revenue engine in crypto, and Tether continues to be the most valuable company, in all of crypto. What else have they done? They've also been quietly shaking up the rising gold market with a massive metal hoarding over the past year. CEO Paolo Ardoino, friend of the show, said we are soon becoming basically one of the biggest, let's say, gold central banks in the world. They have 140 tons of gold reserves. The Tether bullion is hoarding around 23 billion at current market prices, the largest known treasury outside of those held by central banks, ETFs, and private banks. That is absolutely wild. What else did Tether cook up this week, guys? Last piece of news on Tether. They officially launched USAT. Again, that is T as in tomato, not USDT. USAT, which is a federally regulated dollar-backed stablecoin built specifically for the US market under the new Genius Act framework. The token is issued by Anchorage Digital Bank, and it marks Tether's formal move into America's emerging federal stablecoin regime. This was announced a couple days ago on January 27th with the appointment of former White House Crypto Council Executive Director Bo Hines as CEO of Tether USAT. Pretty wild stuff here. Shout out Paolo and the Tether team. Let's move forward to Ethereum. Quantum is in the news, and Ethereum is front and center. The Ethereum Foundation launched a $2 million post-quantum team led by Thomas Koretker. My apologies if I pronounce your name wrong, my friend. As quantum computing threats accelerate with comprehensive defense strategy, including prize competitions and multi-client development networks. They've done quiet R&D for many, many years. They are now making this front and center and are prioritizing PQC, which is post-quantum computing, the world after quantum computers pretty much run our show. Okay, the French. I don't know what's going on in France with crypto, but it is very, very unfortunate, and I hope this gets figured out quickly. French authorities have opened a preliminary investigation into a data breach at Waltio, a cryptocurrency tax platform used by tens of thousands of investors. The breach has been associated with an organization called Shiny Hunters. They compromised emails, tax records, and personal details of 50,000 Waltio users. The event has brought up new issues regarding the exposure of personal data in the crypto industry as target fraud and physical attacks against holders are becoming more and more frequent in France. I really hope this comes to an end. And guys, please do not keep your crypto stuff at home. If someone knows where you live and they come into your house, they will have access to it. Split up your seed phrases and do not store your large crypto holdings at home. Moving forward, some positive news here. UBS Group, which is one of the largest wealth managers, I believe the second largest in the world, that manages over $7 trillion in assets, will offer Bitcoin and Ethereum investments to wealthy clients in Switzerland with potential expansion to the Asia Pacific and the US as Wall Street banks accelerate crypto wealth management adoption. We love to see this. Speaking of behemoths, Fidelity is preparing to enter the stablecoin market, another player coming in hot with the upcoming launch of its first digital dollar token, FIDD, Fidelity Digital Dollar. The announcement came on Wednesday, and the stablecoin will be issued by Fidelity Digital Assets National Association and is expected to be available to both retail and institutional investors in the coming weeks. Fidelity said the product is designed to combine the reliability of the US dollar with the operational benefits of blockchain tech. This is great news, guys. We're opening up the moat and more people are coming into the crypto land. Last piece of news this week, Hyperliquid went absolutely parabolic, as discussed earlier. In the Roundup, it surged 60% in 3 days after HIP-3 expansion is enabling 24/7 precious metals trading with 20x leverage. And silver futures drove to 1.1 billion daily volume. That is absolutely absurd, guys. On Hyperliquid, you can trade almost everything. You can trade copper, silver, gold, and stocks like Tesla and Nvidia with up to 20x leverage. Also, the Hyperliquid team dropped some great news earlier today. They have dropped the monthly token unlocks in January. They had 1.2 million tokens released to the team, and this month they have reduced it to approximately 140,000 tokens. Huge shout out to Jeff and the Hyperliquid team for being one of the best and most ethical, long-term aligned players in the space. Guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cryptonews Weekly Roundup. I love doing this with you guys. Next week, let's hope for some green on the board. Let's hope for some rate cuts. It's time. Q1's going to be a good one. As always, if you enjoyed this one, I hope you did. Please do subscribe. It would mean the world to my team and I. Speaking of the team, thank you so much for everything. Listeners, you guys are the best. Keep on growing those bags and keep on staying happy, healthy, and wealthy. Love you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Ciao.